Good morning again. It is Wednesday, July 5th, 2023 at 6:58 now in my locale. Oddly, I got disturbed by a phone call, which is not a real problem whatsoever, just has to be managed. It's a work thing. So, let me let you know it is 82 degrees with a heat advisory, which, as I said earlier when I was recording this, I went, oh no, a heat advisory in Florida in July. Who would have thought it? Well, anybody with a brain. So I'm sure that I'm going to encounter somebody who's going to want to bring up some climate woo-woo, and I'm going to turn around and I'm going to walk away from them. I don't want to discuss the weather. I could do it all day long, but I ain't going to get into it. My Dependence Day, let me tell you what I did. Okay, we got up and we cleaned the kitchen. We fed the dogs. We went outside for a little walk. I'm working on my potatoes. For some reason, my potatoes aren't going as fast as I want, so I'm taking some time with that to make sure that's working out. I may have to look that up. I have limited success with potatoes. I have more success with spinach and herbs and things like that. So it's probably something I'm doing wrong. I dehydrated potatoes and dehydrated bacon. And at that time, then if this takes you back, I made dog food. So ground chicken, rice, vegetables, you know the drill. You've been here before, especially you've been working around me for a while. You're used to that. And they love it. So there's your answer to all of that. Our next step beyond that was, again, small things outside. I did have to empty the black tank. I did have to empty the gray tank, which are very simple to do. And they got done. Again, I cleaned up around here, made sure reorganized, took care of the attic to the greatest of my ability, and then I studied for about 2 hours. I was doing for my captain's license, rather long chapter, and I missed the test by one question, had to retake it, and so I'm going to reread that chapter tonight to make sure that things are okay, and make sure I understand it, and then move on to the next one later this evening. Dogs were perfectly fine. We went inside, we went outside. I worked around the heat with them so we could go out to the bay. So we went out earlier before the mosquitoes, or as the mosquitoes went down and before the heat went up. And then later in the day, we went out again. Same thing, as the heat was going down and the mosquitoes were coming up. We made hamburgers on the grill. Everybody got a little bit with a little bit of cheese on it, so that was our a way for celebration on the grill. I didn't do any fishing, but like I said, Monday I did get the air conditioner done. Yesterday I did what I told you, okay, and of course a little bit of laundry. There was always a little bit of laundry. And so that's the end. And now it's Wednesday and we're getting ready for work. So, let's go directly to our Daily Zen poem. After sunset, the whole world is cool. After a rain, mountains and rivers are clear. The prevailing wind comes from the west. The sounds of autumn are concealed. In the sounds of grass and trees, I feel the rapidity of passing years and lament the fading away of material things. Who would feel distress seeing how the seasons affect people's emotions? Let me ask the philosopher of the gateway to the void, what method is there to practice which will cause me to abandon the desires for gain and not cause vexations to arise? Poechul, 772, 846. I feel the rapidity of passing years and lament the fading away of material things. Okay, and then of course asking, how to resolve these emotions. The way that I resolve it is I've been a minimalist for quite a while. It just kicked into a much higher gear. So throwing things out to me or donating things or whatever has no real effect anymore. Okay. It's to me, it's like, okay, that's fine. I know what I need. I gotta find what I need. I'm only going to get what I'm going to need and use, and everything else I can just get rid of. As we've talked about before, it's the sentimental parts that I have that are the hardest, and so I struggle with those. But I did get a very large waterproof tote. Perhaps I can wrap all of those things up that are sentimental that I cannot quite part with yet, get them watertight. And then I can leave them in a place where I don't have to move them around unless I move around. Okay. So we're at least advancing. Okay. We're a daily room poll coming up. I think it's Othilla. Let's take a look together. It is Othilla. Now is a time of separating paths. Old skins must be shed and outmoded and relationships discarded. When this rune appears in a spread, a peeling away is called for, included in the cycle of initiation. Othilla is a rune of radical severance. The proper action here is submission and quite possibly retreat, knowing how and when to retreat and possessing the firmness of will to carry it out. Real property is associated with this rune, for it is the rune of acquisition and benefits. However, the benefits you receive, that quote-unquote inheritance, may be derived from something you must give up. Such a surrender can be particularly difficult when you are called upon to give up or abandon an aspect of your behavior or some part of your cultural inheritance. For then you must look closely at what now you have claimed as your birthright, whether it is your attachment to your position in society, the work you do, or your beliefs about your own nature. The separation called for now will free you to become more truly who you are. I think that's very beautiful. Yeah, I think that, let's face it, that could be yesterday for me. My decision on Independence Day was stay away. I didn't talk to a single person on the phone. I didn't interact with a single person. I was only here with my dogs. I went outside when the weather worked for me and them. I did the things that I thought were important. I studied the things I wanted to study. I ate the food I wanted to eat. And I didn't go anywhere beyond walk around to the bay and back a couple times. Take out the trash, laundry, that kind of thing. That level of retreat after having gone to town on Monday hopefully is going to recharge me to carry me for the next 4 days of dealing with people. And I think that is an important prospect, an important thing to do. Okay? Sometimes, let's go back to what do you have to give up? I don't know. That's going to be up to you. What I gave up with is the thing that I gave up, dealing with them, dealing with people, dealing with anybody. That was a great feeling for me because, again, it recharges me to be able to deal with people for the next 4 days. And it's going to be, I don't know how busy for the next 4 days, but I know it will be busy. So whatever I'm doing, unless I'm doing it by myself, I'm going to have to deal with others. Especially because the second time I made this video, reason being that I got a call from one of our captains who asked me if I could come in early because they wanted to gas up the boat. And my answer is absolutely. Are you going to pay me? Because I don't work for free. And, I talked to, they're not the boss. I've already spoken to the boss. The boss says it's fine. If not, then it's tacit approval. They're not the boss. This other person's not the boss. They're there for information, not direction. This person's the boss. End of story. And if that's a problem, help me pack my stuff so I can go. It's okay. We can agree to disagree. I can leave you to failure. It's up to you. So what are you going to give up today in order to achieve greatness? Maybe it's that extra cupcake. Maybe you're going to do something different. Who knows? But at some point in time, we're going to have to give up something. Let's go back to our little book. Simulated chaos is given birth from control. The illusion of fear is given birth from courage. Feigned weakness is given birth from strength. Order and disorder are questions of numbers. Courage and fear are a question of the strategic configuration of power. Strength and weakness are a question of the deployment of forces. Thus, one who excels at moving the enemy deploys in a configuration to which the enemy may respond. He offers something that the enemy must seize. With profit, he moves them. With the foundation, he awaits them. I like that. Let's see if we can say that out loud. When they're confused and crazy, bait them. Let them come on out. you're already in a defensive position. You know what you're going to do. You bait them, they come out, and it's kind of what I did to the captain just now, wasn't it? It makes a lot of sense. However, you have to make sure that you've got everything right. The terrain, you've got your numbers, there's a lot of strategy involved here. So you can't just wing it. You have to really think about what you're doing first. And you should. So before we go to our animals, we're going to pull it all together. The rune tells you that there is something going on. You have to shed something, give up something in order to grow. Whatever that growth is, even the smallest amount, okay, is still growth. Okay? You also have to remember our poem tells us, the people are starting to get upset about, what they're going to lose, how things are changing, when they're actually looking for the peace that is right here and right here. It isn't out there. And our little book tells us that when we have to confront the enemy, we have to make sure our numbers are right and our intentions are clear. And then once we are in a defensible position, we should bait the enemy to bring them out. That's if you even have to fight. Remember that the author of that little book said the greatest fight you win is the one where you don't pick up a weapon. And that is a more important thing. Let's go over to... Yes, I know. Oh, look at the belly. Oh, thank you, air conditioner. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Your obligatory case overview. Yeah. These boys are getting ready to eat. Right? You get ready to eat, you have to brekkies. Yeah, I know. All right, let me get up. Let's go get Bodie. Come on, Bodie. I will put you right back. Your quiet moment of Bodie begins now. I think I woke the little boy up. Yeah, I'm here. Here's the birds. Okay, come on. Put your back. And then I'm going to feed you. All right. So, as we said, what's next is work, right? And again, going in early, they will be paying for that. Or I will be leaving early and they won't have to. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't really care. All I know is I work, I get paid. I don't get paid, I don't work. That's the end of that. It's as simple as that. So, other than that, I got to feed them. Got to get myself some breakfast. And I want to wish you guys have a good day. I hope that the information that we just provided will do something for you today that is positive and meaningful. And you will be perfectly ready to go when your time comes to either know what to give up or even more importantly, when to seize that option. Okay, so have a successful day. I will see you a little later and bye. Oh, I will see you at Jack's.